Well, good morning, everybody. We have special guests from the Sansum Diabetes Research Institute right here in Santa Barbara. We're going to talk first to Michael Paskin. He's the trustee and founder of the Paskin Family Foundation. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. So you just had a big gala recently, and you raised a lot of money. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, sure. So we just had SDRI's gala over at the Hilton Rotunda. We had almost 400 people and raised $700,000 for the diabetic community.
And that's so incredible. You know, people with diabetes are just paying so much for insulin. Why is this money so important, and why is it important to support this foundation?
Yeah, so our foundation supports SDRI because the money goes immediately towards clinical research. It goes to education and provides resources to people that otherwise wouldn't have such access. So.
Great. Okay, so now we're joined by Dr. Kristen Castorino. She's the senior research physician. So much respect for you guys and the work that you do. Just tell us, why is insulin important for people living with diabetes? It's an obvious question, but it's so they need it.
Yeah, absolutely. So William Sansum actually helped develop get the recipe from Banting and Best to how to separate insulin and give it to people. And what it does is it actually allows the glucose in our blood to go into cells, and without it being able to go, so it's like we call it the key to allow glucose to go into our cells. Mm-hmm. Without it, our cells starve and people would literally waste away and die. So it is a life-saving hormone. Without it, people can't survive.
And we're continuing his legacy here in Santa Barbara. I think people don't realize that we actually have this resource here. Just talk about that.
Yeah, so so William Sansum started both Sansum Clinic, which we all are aware of, and then he also started the Sansum Diabetes Research Institute. And it is wonderful to be an organization that gets to prioritize diabetes research. Type 1 diabetes research, which is what William Sansum spearheaded, and then type 2 diabetes research, which he probably couldn't have even imagined where it's at today. And we will continue to work towards a cure and whatever else along the way, such as automated insulin delivery and all sorts of other solutions that help reduce the burden for people living with diabetes.
And so many more people are being diagnosed with diabetes in our community and, you know, around the world.
Yes, it's devastating. And it's interesting how COVID has affected, and we're seeing increased rates of both type 1 and type 2 diabetes relating to COVID that we're still trying to piece apart and understand better.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us. One more question. If someone wants to help the foundation, help SDRI, where do they need to go?
Yeah, they can visit sansum.org or reach out to any one of the board of trustees.
All right. Thank you so much. You guys can help with diabetes in our area. Back to you, Annika.